No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and it won't work. When the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord will raise up a standard against him, and he will not prosper, no, and it won't work. I had to start with that this night, recording at night. I'm just about to go to bed, hence why I'm putting some cream on my face. And I was thinking about the plots, the plans that the enemies, plural, have plotted against me in the last, let's just say, 5 years. These are the ones I've known of. And can I say that they've tried? Ooh, they've tried. In fact, I'll give it to them. They really tried. I will give them, let's say, 10 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10. 9.5. I won't give them 10 out of 10 because they didn't succeed. I'll give them 9.5 because 10 out of 10, for you to succeed, you must have unalived me, killed me. I'm still on this planet. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I'm still talking. I'm still have all the energy and the capacity to live out my dreams and fulfill my destiny. So no, they didn't succeed. So that's why I had to sing, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yeah. And it won't work. When the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord will raise up a standard against him, and he will not prosper, no, and it won't work. Whatever plots, whatever they're planning against you this year, the Lord will raise up a standard against them. Their plots will not work. They will not prosper. They will not succeed. They will fall into their own pits. Into the pit that they're digging. They'll be exposed. They will be exposed for their evil works, for their evil deeds. And because it has been recorded, whether they succeeded or not, it's been recorded that they have done these evil works. They have lied against you, right? They have created smear campaigns against you. They have recruited people against you. They will not prosper. And this year, every evil plot they have against you will not work. So that's why I say no weapon formed against you, formed against me, shall prosper. This year, we're going to see our enemies get exposed. We're going to see every plot fail, scatter, and fail. And be destroyed. You just watch. Just give it, not even the 6 months of this year, you don't even need that. Just these first 3 months, just be watching and observing. Watch and observe the things that are going to happen. Because these people will not stop, and they refuse to stop. They refuse to heed to the warnings. The magnitude of hell that they're going to create in their life. They're not gonna be able to come out of it. There's no prayer. There's no witch doctor. There's no prayer and fasting that's gonna be able to save them from the level of dishonor, disgrace they're going to go through because they refuse to stop. They refuse to stop. You see, the funny thing about people, a lot of times they can get away with things, but when people get away with something once, they tend to always repeat the same behavior because it's a consequence, and they always have this delusion in their mind that they always want to get away with it. So the universe is giving them the opportunity to be so disillusioned that they're going to continue to get away with these things, the lies that they have said, the lies, the manipulation, the rewriting of history. But now people are starting to question their story. You know why? Because as they always say in Yoruba, but I don't know how to say it in Yoruba, so I'm going to say it in English, because my dad always used to say, interpret it for me in English. Character is like smoke. After a while, you can't hide it. Can you hide smoke? You can't hide smoke. It's going to come out. Their character this year is going to reveal to people that everything that they said was a bunch of lies. Everything that they said was a bunch of lies. You don't need to say any, you don't need to do anything. Just sit back and watch the movie and watch it all play out. People be telling on themselves. They be telling on themselves. You know, you get to the point that when they lie so much, they forget the lies. And the funny thing is, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. You lie so much to the point that you don't have no boundaries about what you lie about. You lie about everything. And then you start lying now on the people that you've lied to, about the other person that you are trying to mischaracterize. And now, when they're receiving the other end of it, then they're now seeing the person's character for what it is. Because you see, these people, they will always expose themselves, whether it's 5 years, whether it's 10 years, whether it's 15 years, whether it's 20 years. They don't expose themselves through confession. They expose themselves through their pattern of behavior, through their character. That's why we say character is like smoke. You cannot hide it. And that's why eventually the other person is like, oh, now I see that they were lying about this whole thing the whole time. Now I see why the other person reacted like this, and blah blah blah. And then they want to start to investigate what the other person's truth may have been. You see all this smear campaign. It doesn't last so long. There's a reason why the smear campaign exists. The smear campaign exists because they don't want the truth to come out. But the truth will eventually come out, because nothing is hidden under the sun. How long do you want to hide it for? Unless you silence the person, the original person. You silence them, you unalive them. But even if you unalive them, whether directly or indirectly, that person's character is still going to come out, right? Look at the P. Diddy and Kim Porter situation, right? When Diddy's character and pattern of behavior was now revealed, Kim is in the grave. But people are still referencing the things that Kim has said in her book, and said, oh, okay, based on with this pattern of behavior that we've now seen, right? We now can establish that there was a lot of truth in what she was saying. Right? So even if you want to lie the person that is operating that smear campaign, what they don't know is that they're still going to be exposed, because they are who they are, and that's one thing that they cannot hide, because they can face consequences for their actions. So they continue to operate, right, under that same pattern of behavior, under that same energy, that energy of manipulation, that energy of exploitation, that energy of wickedness. But you see, this year, this big 2026, everything's gonna be exposed. So we're gonna watch it like a movie. Thank you for listening. Subscribe.